Of course, it happens every time. Good evening, everybody. It's Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. Welcome. Hey, Queenie.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Excellento. I realize for those of you watching with us tonight in the Kansas City area, or perhaps even in the Midwest, you are witnessing or experiencing possible storms tonight. So we are definitely cognizant of that, and we'll keep each and every one of all of us in prayer, actually. So that is always a biggie. This is storm time, so here we go.
The coming storm.
Absolutely. The weather, if you don't like it in Kansas City, just hang tight. It'll be different in about 5 minutes.
But, you know, let's talk about God's protection. It's a great.
Absolutely. Yep.
Great. Hang on just a second.
The best completely is God's protection. And that is so, so true. People experience that all the time.
Yes. Yes. This past week, my sister was in town. She actually was here on Father's Day. And that evening, 11 o'clock on that evening, I'm from Chicago, they're from Chicago, there was a F3 that was on the ground for 3 minutes. It was 3 miles wide.
Oh my gosh.
3 miles long, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my husband here. 3 miles wide, 3 miles long on the ground in the suburbs. So anybody that hasn't been there, it would be like as if it ripped through Overland Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody was hurt. There were a few, I take that back. Nobody was killed. There were a few people in the hospital. But basically everybody was warned. My brother, I talked to, because it was really in the area where he lived. I talked to him on Monday, and he originally said, oh, there's debris. No biggie. And then he tried to get out of the neighborhood and was looking around and realized one street over, houses were demolished. There was a boat.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I retract just a few limbs down. They've been without power all week. He was able to get out hey, Carrie, welcome. He was able to get out to get a generator. Everybody's got generators. But God's protection, you know, they're thankful that they don't have basements in that area, so they basically were going to have to climb, and there's 6 of them. They were going to have to climb in the pantry together. So, you know, a lot of times we don't know. How many times are we out there driving our car and there's somebody cuts in front of us, or there's a near miss? You know, how many times do we don't know if God's protecting us? Well, He is, but how near misses or something that might have happened that we're not aware of?
It's a near miss because I'm a good driver, right? Not because God was protecting me.
Well, we could discuss that in depth.
Yeah. Yeah, because I really mean it. Those are the God winks that I talk about in my life all the time. I know it has absolutely nothing to do with me. It literally is the hand of God and the protection piece that's such a biggie for me.
Yep. One little fast story. I help out at a flower shop every once in a while.
Uh-huh.
And, was talking with one of the girls I work with today, and yesterday their delivery driver got T-boned. Somebody came out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
And he walked away. He's fine. Thank God. You know.
Oh, totally thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could have way gone differently. That's, oh my gosh.
So, yeah, you know, just because we can't see it doesn't mean nothing's happening.
Oh,
and
right.
Us humans, how we always assume that we need to see it, you know, or it needs to be right in our face. But how many times? And you and I have talked about this. We don't believe there's coincidences.
No. And that's why I say it's God winks, not coincidence at all. Because that's not the same.
Exactly. Whether it's, you know, a storm missing you or whatever. So that. And
the other thing is, even if the storm doesn't miss us, the recovery piece is always what's important to me. The resilience part, that's the deal for me. We were all affected by COVID, quarantine, lockdown, shutdown, whatever you call it. We were all affected by that one way or another, whether you had COVID, whether you have it now, whether your family had it, whether someone went to heaven because of it, whatever that looks like. We've all been affected by it, but it's the resilience piece that we can actually see in the people.
Yes. And God uses our situations, you know. Yeah. Hey, everybody. We've got Facebook user 1 and Facebook user 2, and we've got Carrie. And
yeah. That's right. We will find out who you are. Yeah. Yes. But the protection piece, and in fact, I'm doing it right now. I look up protection on my Bible app, and it gives me several verses that are congruent with that topic. And then I take that to the Bible trivia piece. And that literally is one of those things. You pray for protection. You pray for resilience after it's over. Hey, Granny Boss, there you go. And
hey, dear Julia.
Yeah, we've got a lot of marks on here. This is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to cheat. I'm trying to cheat to see who else. I haven't gotten there yet.
We will discover you. There's no doubt about it. But that really is the deal for me. You know, even if somebody says, how come I got crunched and my house got destroyed and all of these things, I promise how awful, and we're so sorry. But my thing always is the recovery piece. And to see his hand in all of those things. You didn't have electricity. Okay, fantastic. But you didn't lose ABC because of that. And it really is, it's not the Pollyanna necessarily seeing the good part. It's more a matter of his hand is everywhere. I mean, well, seriously.
And we've talked about this too. You know, what if you are a believer, our names are in the book of life. There's a beginning and there's an end. And if it's your time to fly out of here, it's your time to fly out of here. We can't stop that. We can't control that. We can't do anything with that.
Absolutely. You can't grab somebody's heel and go, not today. He's got the upper hand, shall we say.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's been happening in the life of Doc lately?
Well, we've been remodeling a little bit. We're getting ready next week for tile and carpeting on our second floor. And the kids and the mama and everybody have been painting and sanding and painting some more. And,
and sanding some more.
Painting some more. And actually tonight's big deal was where my dog lays. I was, because my dog likes to look out the window. And we're actually going to, we have shades in the windows right now, which we're going to change to blinds. The wind is blowing.
No, seriously. The wind's blowing, and with me, the storms are out here, and I can just see all this cyber stuff is going, oh!
Yeah. So we're going to change the blinds because she flips the window shades up. So I had to clean the windowsill where she was at, and I do that not as much as I should. But anyways, I look down as I'm cleaning, and here is a tick. So yeah, not welcome in my house. So the vacuum comes out, these, you know, cleaning the windowsill, even more, you know, like, yeah. And then we tortured the dog, you know, which means we put her on her back and looked around to make sure she didn't have any other friendly visitors. And, nope, all I can report is my dog is shedding again or still.
Oh my gosh. Well, you are a very brave lady. I have mentioned that before. That's for sure.
Well, you know, you got to do what you did. So that's about the extent of what's happening. It's just painting and having ticks fall off the dog. So.
Next time I'll be a little more careful when I ask you a question, Dr. Laura.
Well, we always know it's going to be an interesting answer.
Yeah. Yes, we definitely do. Oh my goodness.
How was your day? What's new in your life?
Yeah, I've been super on the Zoom, shall we say, and I've had some great calls today, as a matter of fact. I did a Kathy chat with a lady in Singapore, and that was super fun. Cool. She lives in the States now, but she was born and raised in Singapore, and several of her clients are there, so that was a blast. And several of my networking events, and then I did a training call for one of our friends who wanted her group to learn about YouTube. So that was awesome. So it really has been a great day.
Awesome. Well, hey, what book are we going to read from today?
Well, I think that's $1,000,000% up to you as always. But I was thinking, since this app led us to Psalm 91, what do you think about starting there?
Oh, that would be wonderful because that's protection. That is a fantastic psalm to pray and read all the time. Protection and etc.
And maybe with what's happening in our area and possibly our country, that would be a good place to start. So welcome to all of you, and definitely the ones who have identified yourselves at this time. And yeah, Raquel, welcome. Yeah, YouTube is one of my favorite things to actually teach, so we can do that anytime you're into it.
Oops.
All right.
I'm trying to get where I need to.
I was going to say, what is that?
my old Bible app, they've started posting ads on there, and you know, you look for it and then an ad pops up before you can get to where you need to be.
Yeah, and one of my things that I've done a lot is actually seriously, I've been able to say, where's that music coming from? I have absolutely no idea. Where is that music coming from? Okay, so we're going to actually start tonight on Psalms, and we're going to start on 91 and see how far we can go. So, Doc, are you ready?
I am now ready, Queenie. Hello, everybody. Got to say it again. Carrie, Andrea,
Michelle,
and Raquel.
Cool. All right. Psalms 91. Here we go. Doc and Queenie Bible trivia. Ready, set. Be sure and be fast typers.
Oh, no, somebody else. Wait, I have to keep really fast. Okay.
We will find you. This has to be Donna or Janice, right?
That's what I'm guessing. It's Debbie Miller. Oh. The gang is all here. Awesome, you guys.
I think it's party time tonight. What do you think, Doc?
Totally.
That is awesome. All right. We are starting on Psalm 91 because we are definitely into protection. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. He is my refuge and my fortress. An angel, the king, David, or the Lord. Type fast. These are for points. He is my refuge and my fortress. An angel, the king, David, or the Lord.
All right. So that is Psalm 91, verse 2. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust.
Ta-da. That awesome. Is correct.
Facebook user, whether you're Andrea, Michelle, or Debbie.
Yeah, you're going to go nuts trying to figure these out, Doc.
I know I am.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and this many on thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Try and decipher that into English. 100, 10,000, 32, or 5,000. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and this many on thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Sounds like you're in the KJV there, Queenie.
A little bit, yeah.
Right, so that's Psalm 91, verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Good answer, Raquel. 1,000 points. Awesome.
10K as a financial advisor, she would know these numbers. God shall give them. Yeah. God shall give them charge over you to keep you in all your ways. God shall give them charge over you to keep you in all your ways. Angels, princes, kings, or the heathen?
Yeah, that's what we want. Heathen.
Yeah. Angels, princes, kings, or the heathen?
I'll give everybody a few seconds here.
Yep. See who the fastest typers are.
Here we go. Angels, good job, Facebook user, whoever you are. We're only about 5 seconds, maybe 10 max.
Yeah, it's not bad actually tonight. Maybe the cyber somethings know that we're storming.
Very good. Good job, Raquel. So 91:11, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways.
Ta-da!
For everybody. There we go. Awesome job.
And GB is Granny Boss. You will tread upon the devil, the lion and adder, Angels, princes, and noblemen, you will tread upon the devil, the lion and adder, angels, princes, and noblemen.
All right, Psalm 91:13. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. I don't want to try that or even be in that situation to discover that personally.
I don't want to be anywhere near all that. Sounds icky. Lion and snakes. That must be Debbie Miller. She knows how to decipher this my level. Okay, God will satisfy those that, but who, call upon him with praise, long life, fear, or gold. God will satisfy those who call upon him with praise, long life, fear, or gold. Oh my goodness.
Psalm 91:16. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation.
Bingo. Long life is the answer.
Shall I read this in the message before we move to Psalm 90, the next one?
Absolutely.
Because we love to do that, and it's always so interesting to hear it in contemporary language.
Yep.
If it'll let me get there from here. All right.
I was on a call today, literally, and something must be honestly going on with the internet, not just mine. And I was literally on a call, doing the call, handling the call, and literally goodbye. And it was black. And I thought that was fun. So I literally had to log back in. Luckily, I had made someone a co-host, so we didn't lose the whole thing. But I just thought, oh my gosh. And several other people today in other places have told me that they just all of a sudden went black. Goodbye. You're out of here. And so it's been a very weird cyber day.
Well, it's Cyber Thursday,
Yeah.
Thursday day. Okay, yeah. Here's Psalms 91 in the message. You who sit down in the high God's presence, spend the night in Shaddai's shadow. Say this, God, you're my refuge. I trust in you and I'm safe. That's right. He rescues you from hidden traps, shields you from deadly hazards. His huge outstretched arms protect you. Under them, you're perfectly safe. His arms fend off all harm. Fear nothing, not wild wolves in the night, not flying arrows in the day, not the disease that prowls through the darkness, not disaster that erupts at high noon. Even though others succumb all around, drop like flies right and left, no harm will even graze you. You'll stand untouched, watch it all from a distance, watch the wicked turn into corpses. Yes, because God's your refuge, the high God, your very own home. Evil can't get close to you, harm can't get through the door. He ordered his angels to guard you wherever you go. If you stumble, they'll catch you. Their job is to keep you from falling. You'll walk unharmed among lions and snakes and kick young lions and serpents from the path. If you'll hold on to me for dear life, says God, I'll get you out of any trouble. I'll give you the best of care if you'll only get to know and trust me. Call me and I'll answer. Be at your side in bad times. I'll rescue you, then throw you a party. I'll give you a long life, give you a long drink of salvation. How is that for appropriate?
Yeah, it's back to our favorite thing, fear not. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. Thank you, Debbie Miller, for identifying your name so we can find you. Oh my gosh. Doc, are you ready for Psalms 92?
I am ready for Psalms 92.
All right. The Lord's thoughts are unrighteous, light, very deep, or fearful. The Lord's thoughts are unrighteous, light, very deep, or fearful.
We'll give everybody a little chance to respond here. I really got to figure out music.
Granny Boss says light. What do you think about that, Doc?
Well, I do believe it's verse 5.
Okay.
And it says, how great are your works, O Lord? Your thoughts are very deep.
Very deep it is.
I would have guessed light also too.
Yeah,
Also
absolutely. Yeah, also too. Yeah. I shall be anointed with new wine, fresh oil, a baptism, or misery. New wine, fresh oil, a baptism, or misery. Yeah. Michelle, no kidding.
Okay, now I'm losing the verse because there's nothing here that would even give me a hint.
It's 10.
Is it 10? Okay.
Yeah.
This is funny. Okay, verse 10. But you have exalted my horn like that of a wild ox. You have poured over me fresh oil.
So what about that says anointed with fresh oil? So it just depends on the version that we're always in. But yes, fresh oil is the answer. Okay, good job, Raquel. The righteous, the righteous shall flourish like vine, summer wind, EWE, or palm tree. Vine, summer wind, or a palm tree.
Queenie, I thought there was some gross word there and you were just kind of wigging out like a bug.
I was reading correctly, Dr. Laura.
Okay, Queenie. So that would be verse 12. The righteous flourish like the palm tree and grow like a cedar in Lebanon.
Beautiful. Psalms 92, verse 12 is the answer. They shall bring this forth in old age. They shall bring this forth in old age. Shame, wisdom, fruit, or righteousness. Shame, wisdom, fruit, or righteousness. 14.
They still bear fruit in old age. They are ever full of sap and green. Fruit. And good job, Andrea.
Version says they shall be fat and flourishing.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Yeah, fruit is the correcto answer. In the Lord, there is no mercy, respect of persons, unrighteousness, or life. In the Lord, there is no mercy, respect of persons, unrighteousness, or life.
Psalm 92:15, to declare that the Lord is upright, he is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. Are we ready for the message version?
We are ready for le message.
Le message. All right. They titled it A Sabbath Song. What a beautiful thing, God, to give thanks, to sing an anthem to you, the high God, to announce your love each daybreak, sing your faithful presence all through the night, accompanied by dulcimer and harp, the full-bodied music of strings. You made me so happy, God, I saw your work and I shouted for joy. How magnificent your work, God, how profound your thoughts. Dullards never notice what you do, fools never do get it. When the wicked popped up like weeds and all the evil men and women took over, you mowed them down, finished them off once and for all. You, God, are high and eternal. Look at your enemies, God. Look at your enemies ruined, scattered to the winds, all those hirelings of evil. But you've made me as strong as a charging bison. You've honored me with a festive parade. The sight of my critics going down is still fresh, the rout of my malicious detractors. My ears are filled with the sounds of promise. Good people will prosper like palm trees, grow tall like Lebanon cedars transplanted to God's courtyard. They grow tall in the presence of God, lithe and green, virile, still in old age. Such witnesses to upright God, my mountain, my huge, holy mountain. Another wowza, you know?
Seriously. Yeah, seriously. It's the deal. It's just fear not. If he can handle all these things in this book, he can definitely handle our lives. Okay, everybody's with us tonight. Thank you for joining us. We have Raquel, Debbie, Granny Boss, and hopefully Andrea and
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie, I see too. So we're thanking you for joining us tonight because we're going to go on now to Psalms 93. Psalms 93. The Lord is clothed with hope, desire, despair, or majesty. That's one of my favorite words. I love majesty. The Lord is clothed with hope, desire, despair, or majesty.
The Lord, verse 1, the Lord reigns, he is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed, he is put on strength as his belt. Majesty, good answer.
I love that word. I really do. Okay, the Lord is clothed with unforgiveness, strength, brute, or a halo. The Lord is clothed with unforgiveness, strength, brute, or halo.
That looks like it's verse 1 again. The Lord reigns, he is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed, he has put on his strength as his belt.
Strength it is.
1,000 points for Raquel.
All right. The floods have lifted up their fountains, their fish, their bounty, their voice. The floods have lifted up their fountains, their fish, their bounty, or their voice.
That would be verse 3. The floods have lifted up. O Lord, the floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their roaring.
Their voice is the answer. Good job. The Lord is mightier than the mountain range, an army, the noise of many waters, a fortress. The Lord is mightier than the mountain range, an army, the noise of many waters, or a fortress.
I'm going to just see if we get an answer here. Have it pop up. Because if I answer, then the answers will come as I'm answering. There we go. Well, noise of many waters. Let's see. Verse 4, mightier than the thunders of many waters, mightier than the waves of the sea, the Lord on high is mighty.
We have rock star people in this community, Doc.
1,000 points all over the place. I'm out of points almost again tonight.
This becomes the Lord's house. Beauty, frugality, splendor, holiness. This becomes the Lord's house. Beauty, frugality, splendor, holiness.
Psalm 93, verse 5. Your decrees are very trustworthy. Holiness befits your house, O Lord, forevermore.
Holiness it is. All right, let's see what the message has to say.
Okay. God is king, robed and ruling. God is robed and surging with strength. And yes, the world is firm, immovable. Your throne ever firm, you're eternal. Sea storms are up. God's sea storms wild and roaring. Sea storms with thunderous breakers. Stronger than wild sea storms, mightier than sea storm breakers. Mighty God rules from high heaven. What you say goes, it always has. Beauty and holy, mark your palace rule. God to the very end of time.
So awesome. All right, we're getting ready to start in Psalms 94. Thank you for joining us tonight on Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. We love having you with us. The interaction is super fun for us, and hopefully we all get to learn a thing or two as we go through the quizzes on each chapter. Doc, are you ready for Psalms 94?
Yes, I am.
To whom does vengeance belong? To whom does vengeance belong? God, man, the heathen, or the angels? God, man, the heathen, or the angels?
Hey, Queenie, I have to step away for 1 minute.
No, that's perfect.
We'll be right back.
To whom does vengeance belong? It looks like Janice Streetman knows the answer. And the answer is God. We are in Psalms 94:1. O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth, O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. So yes, the answer is God. How long shall the wicked burn, triumph, cry, or mourn? How long shall the wicked burn, triumph, cry, or mourn? Welcome, Janice. Welcome, Donna. How long shall the wicked burn, triumph, cry, or mourn? This is in Psalms 94, verse 3. Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph? And yes, triumph is the right answer. Good job, guys. The Lord knows the thoughts of man, that they are good, honest, pure, or vanity. The Lord knows the thoughts of man, that they are good, honest, pure, or vanity.
Which verse is that one, Queenie?
This would be 11, Doc, 94:11.
I say I know the answer, but I couldn't find the verse. Psalm 94, verse 11. The Lord knows the thoughts of man, that they are but a breath.
But a breath.
Vanity.
When my foot slipped, this held me up. When my foot slipped, this held me up. The wind, my righteousness, the Lord's hand, the Lord's mercy. The wind, my righteousness, the Lord's hand, the Lord's mercy.
You're going to have to give me another verse. I'm in a different version, obviously.
18.
18. When I thought my foot slips, your steadfast love, O Lord, held me up.
So for my choices, the answer is the Lord's mercy, if that's what you guys were typing in. Mercy, good job. This is my defense. The Lord, my faith, hundreds of archangels, sentiments. This is my defense. The Lord, my faith, hundreds of archangels, sentiments. We can tell who the super duper faster typers are, huh, Doc?
Yep.
There's so much delay on these things. Oh my goodness. 94:22.
Thank you. I'm just sitting here waiting. Verse 22, but the Lord has become my stronghold and my God, the rock of my refuge.
94:22, the Lord is the answer. Good job. All right, Doc, let's see what the message has to say about this chapter.
All right. Psalms 94. God, put an end to evil, avenging God. Show your colors. Judge of the earth, take your stand. Throw the book at the arrogant. God, the wicked get away with murder. How long will you let this go on? They brag and boast and crow about their crimes. They walk all over your people, God, exploit and abuse your precious people. They take out anyone who gets in their way. If they can't use them, they kill them. They think God isn't looking. Jacob's God is out to lunch. Well, think again, you idiots, fools. How long before you get smart? Do you think ear maker doesn't hear, eye shaper doesn't see? Do you think the trainer of nations doesn't correct? The teacher of Adam doesn't know? God knows all right, knows your stupidity, sees your shallowness. How blessed the man you train, God, the woman you instruct in your word, providing a circle of quiet within the clamor of evil, while a jail is being built for the wicked. God will never walk away from his people, never desert his precious people. Rest assured that justice is on its way, and every good heart put right. Who stood up for me against the wicked? Who took my side against evil workers? If God hadn't been there for me, I never would have made it. The minute I said, I'm slipping, I'm falling, your love, God, took hold and held me fast. When I was upset and beside myself, you calmed me down and cheered me up. Can misrule have anything in common with you? Can troublemaker pretend to be on your side? They ganged up on a good people, plotted behind the backs of the innocent, but God became my hideout. God was my high mountain retreat. Then boomeranged their evil back on them. For their evil ways, he wiped them out. Our God cleaned them out for good.
The message does not mince any words.
That's another wowza. You know, I use that word a lot, but yeah, wowza. If that is, I'm sure it's a word somewhere, right?
I'm sure it is. And if it's not, it is now, right?
No, yeah.
All right, we are ready for chapter Psalms 95. So let's go there. We're going to the chapter 95. Ready, set, go. Let us make this kind of noise to the Lord. Joyful, loud, solemn, weeping. Let us make this kind of noise to the Lord. Joyful, loud, solemn, weeping.
Psalm 95. Good job, Facebook user. Psalm 95, verse 1. Good job, Janice. Oh, come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation.
Raquel and Debbie got that down. Raquel and Janice. Good. Everybody's awesome. Okay, next question, Psalms 95. Let us come before the Lord's presence with discretion, fear, hope, thanksgiving. Let us come before the Lord's presence with discretion, fear, hope, thanksgiving.
Psalm 95, verse 2. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Good job, Facebook user.
Excellento. The deep places of the earth are dark, fearful, in his hand, be above sin. The deep places of the earth are dark, fearful, in his hand, above sin. Debbie's got some massive delay going on.
Yep. I just lost my place. I just hit a button.
Yeah, it's 4. 95.4.
Okay. In his hands are the depths of the earth. 1,000 points for everybody.
He is our God, and we are the apple of his eye, the breath of life, the salt of the earth, the sheep of his hand. He is our God, and we are the apple of his eye, the breath of life, the salt of the earth, the sheep of his hand.
95, verse 7. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand.
Today, if ye will hear his voice. That's the rest of this part. God said, be ye not like your fathers that tempted me in the wilderness for 4 years, 7, 10, or 40. God said, be ye not like your fathers that tempted me in the wilderness for 4 years, 7 years, 10 years, or 40 years.
Psalm 95, verse 10. For 40 years I loathed that generation and said, they are a people who go astray in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Good job, Janice. Good
Yeah, I was
job.
gonna say. Okay, 40 is the answer. Let's see what the message has to say to us for chapter 95.
All right. Please hold.
It's hard to switch back on all these apps, especially when the internet is not cooperating.
Yeah. Psalm 95. Come, let's shout praises to God. Raise the roof for the rock who saved us. Let's march into his presence, singing praises, lifting the rafters with our hymns. And why? Because God is the best, high king over all the gods. In one hand, he holds deep caves and caverns. In the other hand, he grasps the high mountains. He made ocean. He owns it. His hands sculpted earth. So come, let us worship, bow before him on your knees before God who made us. Oh, yes, he's our God, and we're the people he pastures, the flock he feeds. Drop everything and listen. Listen as he speaks. Don't turn a deaf ear as in the bitter uprising, as on the day of the wilderness test when your ancestors turned and put me to the test. For 40 years they watched me at work among them, as over and over they tried my patience, and I was provoked. Oh, was I provoked. Can't they keep their minds on God for 5 minutes? Do they simply refuse to walk down my road? Exasperated, I exploded. They'll never get where they're headed, never be able to sit down and rest.
Beautiful. Yep. I was just keeping an eye on our board here. Isn't it amazing, honestly, when you see all of this come full circle? It really is a matter of we have nothing to worry about. He can take care of absolutely anything. And I think we're going to find out more about that in Psalms 96. Okay. Sing this unto the Lord. Sing this unto the Lord. A new song, harmony, a song of repentance, a song of sorrow. A new song, harmony, a song of repentance, a song of sorrow.
Psalm 96, verse 1. Oh, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord all the earth.
A new song it is. Declare the Lord's glory among them, the children, angels, his saints, or the heathen. Declare the Lord's glory among them, the children, angels, his saints, or the heathen.
Well, I definitely have a different version. Verse 3, declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among all the peoples. So part of that's a little different.
A little different. The heathen is the correct answer, but it's all in 96.3 if everyone is watching this on the replay. The gods of the nations are great, fearful, idols, or compassionate. The gods of the nations are great, fearful, idols, or compassionate.
96, verse 5. For all the gods of the peoples are worthless idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
Idols it is. Let the earth be desolate, destroyed, grieved, or glad. Let the earth be desolate, destroyed, grieved, or glad.
Psalm 96, verse 11. Let the heavens be glad and let the earth rejoice. Let the sea roar and all that fills it.
Look at that, glad. Good job. The Lord, yeah, the Lord will judge the world with this: fear, righteousness, wrath, or sorrow. The Lord will judge the world with this: fear, righteousness, wrath, or sorrow.
Psalm 96, verse 13. Before the Lord he comes to judge the earth. He will judge the world in righteousness and the peoples in his faithfulness.
It's a beautiful word. Okay, ready, set, go.
Psalm 96 in the message. Ready?
I'm ready, Doc.
I was waiting. There was a pause there. A 5-second pause. But who's counting?
Yeah, seriously.
Right. Psalm 96. Sing God a brand new song, earth and everyone in it, sing. Sing to God, worship God. Shout the news of his victory from sea to sea. Take the news of his glory to the lost, news of his wonders to one and all. For God is great and worth 1,000 hallelujahs. His terrible beauty makes the gods look cheap. Pagan gods are mere tatters and rags. God made the heavens, royal splendor radiates from him. A powerful beauty sets him apart. Bravo, God, bravo. Everyone join in the great shout, encore, and all before the beauty and all before the might. Bring gifts and celebrate, bow before the beauty of God. Then to your knees, everyone worship. Get out the message, God rules. He put the world on a firm foundation. He treats everyone fair and square. Let's hear it from sky, with earth joining in a huge round of applause from sea. Let wilderness turn cartwheels, animals come dance, put every tree of the forest in the choir. An extravaganza before God as he comes to set everything right on earth. Set everything right, treat everyone fair.
See, what about that? Treat everyone fair. There's a concept.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, thank you all for joining us tonight live and certainly on the replay. We are now headed to Psalms 97. Ready, Doc?
I'm ready, Queenie.
The
Psalm
Lord
97.
reigns. Yeah. The Lord reigns. Let the earth be ashamed, be destroyed, stand incorruptible, or rejoice. The Lord reigns. Let the earth be ashamed, be destroyed, stand incorruptible, or rejoice.
Psalm 97:1. The Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice, let the many coastlands be glad.
Brings that song to mind, but I will spare you all my rendition.
Thank you, Queenie.
I did get kicked out of choir. Let's keep that in mind.
I won't ask.
Yeah. How can you be tone deaf? Yeah, I know. They melt like wax at the presence of the Lord. The hills, the clouds, the evil men, or the saints. They melt like wax at the presence of the Lord. The hills, the clouds, the evil men, or the saints.
Psalm 97, verse 5. The mountains melt like wax before the Lord of all the earth.
Mountains it is. Hills for you guys on this version. The heavens declare hope, the Lord's judgment, the Lord's pity, the Lord's righteousness. The heavens declare hope, the Lord's judgment, the Lord's pity, the Lord's righteousness.
Psalm 97, verse 6. The heavens proclaim his righteousness, and all the peoples see his glory.
97:6 it is. They that worship graven images and idols shall rise, be converted, be confounded, show mercy. They that worship graven images and idols shall rise, be converted, be confounded, show mercy.
Psalm 97, verse 7. All worshipers of images are put to shame, who make their boast in worthless idols. Worship him, all you gods.
Confounded is correct, though. Good job. All right. This is sown for the righteous. Seeds of joy, fear, light, compassion. This is sown for the righteous. Seeds of joy, fear, light, compassion.
Psalm 97:11. Light is sown for the righteous, and joy for the upright in heart.
Perfecto. All right, Doc, take us home with the message version of this chapter.
Good job, you guys. 1,000 points everywhere. I'm just going to hand them out because I love giving. All right, Psalms 97. God rules. There's something to shout over. On the double, mainlands and islands celebrate. Bright clouds and storm clouds circle round him. Right and justice anchor his rule. Fire blazes out before him, flaming high up the craggy mountains. His lightnings light up the world. Earth, wide-eyed, trembles in fear. The mountains take one look at God and melt like wax before Earth's Lord. The heavens announce that he'll set everything right, and everyone will set it or see it happen glorious. All who serve handcrafted gods will be sorry. And they were so proud of their ragamuffin gods. On your knees, all you gods, worship him. In Zion, you listen and take heart. Daughters of Zion, sing your hearts out. God has done it all, has set everything right. You, God, are a high God of the cosmos, far, far higher than any of the gods. God loves all who hate evil, and those who love him he keeps safe, snatches them from the grip of the wicked. Light seeds are planted in the souls of God's people. Joy seeds are planted in good heart soil. So God's people shout praise to God, give thanks to our holy God. There seems to be a theme here, don't you think, Queenie, in the past? I mean, all of them is praising, worship. God's got this.
That's all he asked for. How about just a thank you? I mean, can you just imagine? I've got the whole world handled. All the planets are doing their thing. I keep the oceans where they belong. I just need a little thank you every once in a while. I mean, I wouldn't think that would be so hard, right?
Yep. And the people that are nasty to you, or people that are evil or shallow or whatever, he takes care of that.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be revengeful. We don't have to, because God is a God of justice.
Yeah, we absolutely don't have to do anything, which is my favorite part, by the way, because I don't want to make those decisions, and I certainly don't want to make those judgment calls.
Right, right.
I need a favor of you, Doc.
Uh-oh, yes.
When I typed in protection on my Bible app, the first psalm that came up was 91. The second psalm that came up was 121. May I have permission to jump ahead?
Yes, you may. You don't have to ask me, Queenie, please.
I just want to get to the one for protection, since we could be in for a dilly tonight. All right. We are going to jump ahead, ladies and gentlemen, to Psalms 121, and we are going to take the quiz. I will lift my eyes in sorrow, in pain, to the hills for shame. I will lift my eyes in sorrow, in pain, to the hills or for shame. This is Psalms 121.
And there is a song, but I won't sing it.
Did you get kicked out of choir too?
No, I did not. I've been in choir for years, no offense.
It's okay. None taken.
Psalm 121, verse 1. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come from?
And even with jumping around, Janice and probably Donna found us. My help comes from the east, within, my soul, or the Lord. My help comes from the east, within, my soul, or the Lord.
Doesn't come from the east, huh?
No, I guess not.
Psalm 121, verse 2. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth.
There you go.
Amen.
That's all we need to know right there. The Lord will not allow thy foot to be moved, stand, grow, or stink. The Lord will not allow thy foot to be moved, stand, grow, or stink. Come on, guys.
They must have had fun. I mean, some of these answers are funny.
Yeah.
Psalm 121, verse 3. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber.
He doesn't rest. It is constant. He's on call 24/7. That's the coolest thing. The Lord does not care, love, sleep, or move with compassion. The Lord does not care, love, sleep, or move with compassion. Hello.
So that would be verse 4. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Good answers. Good answers, everybody.
The Lord shall preserve evil, the earth, hope, or thy soul. The Lord shall preserve evil, the earth, hope, or thy soul.
Now I'm running into a version problem. Is that verse 7 by chance, Queen?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life.
Soul is the correct answer in this one. All right, Doc, let's see how the Message interprets Psalm 121.
All right. Hang on, I'm not a fast typer.
Yeah.
Okay, the title, A Pilgrim Song. I look up to the mountains. Does my strength come from the mountains? No, my strength comes from God, who made heaven and earth and the mountains. He won't let you stumble. Your guardian God won't fall asleep, not on your life. Israel's guardian will never doze or sleep. God's your guardian, right at your side to protect you, shielding you from sunstroke, sheltering you from moonstroke. God guards you from every evil. He guards your very life. He guards you when you leave and when you return. He guards you now and he guards you always. And that is so appropriate for the way we opened up our Bible trivia with, you know, the protection that my brother had from the tornado in Chicago, the protection of the kid driving that got T-boned from the flower shop, the protection that we are unaware of, just living day to day, whether it's driving or not. It's you know, when you realize that, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming how blessed we are.
Yeah, and how many times do we remember just quickly, daily, often to say thank you?
Yeah.
That's all. Just the gratitude piece. Thank you. Praise and worship. Praise the Lord. How many times can we say that in a day? And it just is a matter of things go smoothly. It's because I'm amazing. Things go badly. What did I do wrong? No. It's just a matter of how it gets interpreted. It's so cool to see. You have to do absolutely nothing but follow along in his footsteps and get to see what he can do. The right hand of the Lord. I mean, it's all right there.
And his scripture talks about pray, you know, pray all the time. Don't cease. So, you know, I know I dropped the ball on that. Just because I get busy, but then it's easier to be thankful and to, you know, if we are constantly connected.
That's for sure. And it's such a beautiful opportunity. Think about this. We live in this country, and Doc and Queenie community can have Doc and Queenie Bible trivia. And we get to share the word with you guys. And you're so fabulous at your answers. This is so much fun interaction-wise. So, Doc, unfortunately, as we always know, it comes to an end. And we'd like to just keep doing this forever, 24/7. And maybe someday that'll happen, which would be kind of fun. But I think it's time for you to take us home, my friend.
Okay, I'm not sure how 24/7 would work, Queenie, but if anybody can figure that out, you can.
We can take rotations. We can do it.
As we're sleeping. Well, okay. That'll be your challenge for the rest of your life. But anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for our participants today. And if you're watching us on replay, thank you. Spread the word. We love it when we have people participate and share this time with us. Thank you, Queenie, for running the show here. And if you guys want to check out Bible Trivia, we are every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Or you can just check out Doc and Queenie for our chats on Monday at
high noon.
So, like always, have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Stay warm, stay cool. And take care, and we will see you next time. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Good night, everybody.
Good night.